Welcome in. This is Fresh Reacts TV, and we'll be recapping and reacting to some of our favorite TV shows, and hopefully some of y'all favorite TV shows as well. I'm Fresh.
And I'm Morgan.
And if you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, hit that like button, and go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know what you thought of the nominations today.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. All right. Thanks for tuning in. All right. So shall we jump in?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So let's talk first and foremost about the Accomplice and all of that mystery situation. After the last episode, we left off with everyone in the living room. Yeah. No one knew who. They announced that there's an accomplice to the eyebrow man, Mr. Eyebrows, and everyone is distrustful of everyone else at this point in the game.
All right, I can't lie to you. My predictions last episode was totally wrong.
Yeah, no, the predictions, however. So who did you say last time?
I said it was Keanu, but I'm talking about everything I said. I feel like I was basically wrong. So
everything you said last episode.
Yes, okay. But I will say this: before they announced who was the accomplice, I saw them close up on her, and I was like, "Yeah, she's the accomplice." So before they announced it, I knew who it was.
Okay, so before they announced it, I just want to say this. We were texting with a friend of ours when we were watching in real time about who the accomplice was. And you got it. As soon as they announced it, as soon as they announced that it wasn't Riley, because everybody was on Riley. Well, actually, no. Remember how I predicted the last time it was Zay? And you predicted it was Keanu.
Yeah, Keanu. So luckily, he didn't. It wasn't Keanu.
Yes, sighs of relief. I would be so sad if it was Keanu. But both of those were suspects. Those were the two suspects on the top of everyone's mind. First, when everyone was in chaos, everybody was talking to everybody, pointing fingers at everybody else. Ava was pulling people into private rooms, having private little chats with people.
I was a little bit suspicious of that, but
I was a little bit suspicious of that too. Why did she do that?
I don't know. Maybe this is her personality because, Mickey clocked that.
Maybe it was. Mickey was like, I don't know about her.
Yeah, I thought
that was weird too, though.
Yeah, my boy Riley.
And then Riley.
Everybody was going for him because he had to use the restroom.
Anyone was gunning for him because he had to go to the restroom. But sometimes you just have to go to the bathroom, which Mickey said. She was like, well, I use the bathroom. Everybody used the bathroom.
She had his back.
Yeah, she did have his back.
That's because she was wearing his cowboy hat. So.
She stole it. She hasn't given that hat back yet. But so that happens. Chaos is ensuing. Everybody's pointing the fingers at Zay, Riley, Keanu. Those are the top suspects.
And I know it wasn't Lauren.
Lauren? You knew it wasn't Lauren.
No, I can't remember. No, they weren't talking about Lauren.
They weren't talking about Lauren, but Lauren actually clocked it because she was the one who said, I think it's not a man. Everybody's looking at these men. I'm pretty sure it's a woman.
Yeah, you're right.
She clocked that and she was right. It was a woman. So then, okay, so everyone comes back into the living room. The scary Mr. Eyebrows comes on. They're like announcing everybody had put in their vote on who they think it was. I think Zay got maybe like 5 votes and then Riley got the rest.
But I will say this. I felt like I was watching an episode of Traitors.
Me too. Like, I do feel that way.
They will be the worst faithfuls because they couldn't get the clues. Like y'all just grasping at straws right now.
At all. Like the traitor would have been she was so good at this. No one was on her scent at all. Like everybody was completely wrong.
This should have been Big Brother's Traitors.
It should have been, yes. This should be Big Brother's Traitors.
I guess, how good of a show Traitors is. Yes. They were just like, hey, we're going to take a little bit from it. But
yeah. I like that twist and incorporation. Yeah. Okay. So scary Mr. Eyebrows announces that y'all are wrong. It's not Riley. And I felt so bad for Riley, to be honest, because he is such a nice guy.
No, he stood on business. He definitely stood on business because he was like, hey, I'm putting my hat on the ground because I ain't going nowhere.
He did. Oh, she did. She must have given him his hat back. He did. So unless he has more than one. But
you know what? This was all in the same day.
Yeah, this was on the same day. Okay. So he put his hat on the ground. You're right. He was like, I'm not going anywhere. And I was like, that's bold. It's probably not him, but people were so sus on him going to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. So I was like, huh. But he's so sweet. So it is announced that it's not Riley. Yeah. And then he just kind of looks around, and I feel like he's truly hurt in that moment.
Well, he did seem hurt.
He seemed a little hurt because he was like, why is everybody, you don't know me, but everybody's pointing their fingers at me. But that's the thing about when it's the first day, everyone is like trying to get to know each other. No one knows anyone. And that's why you can kind of point the fingers at anyone, but then it kind of hurts if you're the one. So I get Riley's position because it hurts when people are like, it's you. And you're like, I just have to use the restroom.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think after that, they finally show who the accomplice was.
Yes.
And that's when I clocked it.
And that's when he clocked it. So right after they announced Riley, we were texting a friend in a group chat while it was going on live. And you were like, it's this person. And who did you say it was?
It was Amy.
It was Amy. He said it was Amy. Why did you think immediately after they announced it was Amy? Did you have like how did you know?
I don't know. Like they panned on her.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, she looks suspicious. She gotta be the accomplice.
Just her looking suspicious. I thought when I saw you type the message, I was like, it could be her because she seemed like she was kind of smiling to herself. Like, yes, she got away with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, she did because she didn't get no votes.
Even with the smile, she still got away. And afterwards, people still weren't on her radar. People were like, oh, it must be Zay.
Yeah, you're right. So, all right, what happened after that?
After that, let's see. So we go from the accomplices, it's announced, and then everybody's kind of just in the living room, right? And basically what happens then is everybody starts introducing themselves to one another to really get to know one another.
Yeah. So what stood out to you
in the intros? Well, Rachel stands up first. Rachel Riley stands up first and introduces herself like, girl, everybody already knows who you are. They know your entire story. Yes, they know you've been married for many years. We love that. But they know that. They know you met your husband on Big Brother. They know you won. They know all of these things.
Well, I'm kind of confused. So did he bring her to the end? Well, I got to watch that season. So I'm going to just watch the season to see for myself.
Yeah.
So I've never watched her season.
Me either. We'll have to go back and see.
Yeah, that's a lot of episodes.
So many episodes, but commitment, discipline. Mm-hmm. Okay, so she announces herself. But the thing that stood out to me was actually Jimmy's reaction to her.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy, I'm telling you, he's a shark. He was like, okay, great, you're Rachel. And then she was like, I'm from Alabama. And he was like, great, go back. And I was like, I can't even be mad at you. Go back to Alabama because he doesn't want her in. Like, I'm a team Jimmy right now. I don't want her in if I were him or the other players. All right.
But I say what stood out to me was how everybody was trying to clock who's single or not.
Yes, they started announcing.
Everybody's super single. They trying to make connections. Somebody trying to play what's that show called? Love Connection?
Love Connection?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I trust you.
Oh, it's an older show.
Okay.
Everybody's trying to play, Love Island.
And Amy's trying to play matchmaker. She already clocked that for Amy. She wanted to play matchmaker with Zach, right?
No, it was. I don't think it was Zach. I think it was Riley and Lauren.
Oh, Riley and Lauren.
I just know they was all single.
They were all single, yeah, except for Rachel and Amy. Okay. Anything else stand out to you? Okay, yeah, that was probably the biggest thing. All right. How about, so then in the episode, we get to the announcements. So Rachel's introducing herself, all the introductions happen. And then does the scary guy come back on or is it just announcer?
I think they got a what's his name? Vince, the head of household. He got a letter.
Vince got a letter
to say, oh, Rachel, yeah, you didn't get to play in the HOH competition, but you're going to be a have-not. So basically he said, you're going to have-not this.
Right.
So then they had to pick. Well, she had to pick somebody, and then whoever she picked, he picks the next one, and then who they pick the next one.
Mm-hmm. So there are going to be, okay. So 4 have-nots. And because she didn't get to play in the HOH competition, this means that being a have-not actually means that they're safe from eviction.
Which I wouldn't mind that. I'd rather be safe. I eat slop all week, cold showers. Sleep in them horrible beds.
Yes. And we'll talk about the beds because they weren't even really beds.
Nah, I felt like I was at a crime scene, which is
it was a crime scene. It was a crime scene. They had like the little... they had that like on the table, on the floor. Yeah, it was. They definitely have the theme down.
So who were the have-nots?
Okay, so the first one is Rachel. And then Rachel picked Captain Will. And she picks him because she knows he's a fan of hers. So I think she's trying to collect a team of fans.
Yeah, but also
to protect her.
He's older too. So.
That's true. I think she's trying to work with older house guests and people who like her.
Yeah.
That have already fangirled.
I will say this. The next person was it Zach?
Yes. Zach
was just trying to get in the show, man. So he was trying to pick between Lauren, I think that's her name, and then Ava. She had them puppy dog tears, he said.
Yes.
And he picked Ava. And now, bro, you should have picked your showmates.
He should have, because he could have gotten close to her. But something with maybe like Ava is onto this aura thing, because she just gave out the puppy dog eyes and she was like, our auras were connecting. So Zach picked me. And I was actually surprised by his pick, because I was like, you've been trying to check for Lauren since you entered the house.
Yeah, so, I think all the guys were.
Yeah.
You saw how they was clinking glasses.
And yeah, about them being single.
Who was the last?
That
Ava. Yeah, Ava was the last one. Okay, well, yeah, they have-nots and they get to eat slop, take cold showers, and stay and sleep in horrible bed.
Sleeping horrible.
But I'd rather be safe, so I'll take the safety.
I would take the safety for sure. Everybody volunteered for that, essentially.
I also think that Big Brother, they always do that when they're returning house guests, because they know that y'all gonna be the first ones out. So let them build connections, and I'm pretty sure she has a good social game. Well, I don't know because I haven't season, but she probably got a good social game, so she'll be able to integrate herself within the group. Probably stay a little bit longer. If it was me, I'll take that week and then kick her out. She already won. I mean,
she already won. She doesn't need to be there anymore. I'm absolutely with you. Like, she won already. It's done. Okay. So then some things ensue, but essentially Zach gets pulled into the diary room. And we find out that from his first competition win, from when he found Julie, the 10K that he got, he kind of has an upgraded power, because they let us know that they're giving advantages in the game, like something that's going to help the game. So not only did he win 10K, do you want to tell the rest?
I think what the message said was every within those HOA, finding Julie and then on the relic, it was going to be a game-changing power.
Yes, so which it was.
He got a game-changing power. Yes. Like, I will give somebody, well, basically, he has to give his $10,000 away if he gets nominated before a jury. And
he doesn't have to.
He don't have to.
He can, but he has the option to.
Well, he going to have to, because he's going to get voted out.
That is true. That is true. If he feels unsafe, he's going to have to give up.
And I'm giving up 10K. That money.
You're giving up the 10K to stay longer.
10K or 750.
But what if you don't make it? Would you be mad that you gave up 10K for the chance to get 750?
What you mean?
Okay, so say he's in the hot spot, right? He's on the block. He's like, I'm going to give the HOH this 10K. And essentially, they have to pick somebody else. It's a single decision. So he can decide if he's on the block, I'm giving them this money. They're going to take me down. They have to nominate somebody else. And after that point, what if he gets booted on a later episode?
I mean, that's fine, because I got safe once.
Okay.
I use that 10,000.
Okay. So you would take the risk.
Oh, I take the risk.
Just give it up.
It's 750,000 compared to 10.
Yeah.
Somebody going to be lucky to get that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I would probably convince one of the people. Oh, no, I wouldn't, because wouldn't be on the block. Never mind.
Okay. You're giving up the 10K.
Yeah, I'm giving up the 10K to stay another week.
Yeah.
Because I'll find a way to wiggle my way up until not being on the block. Like Big Brother is all about day to day and then week. What happens this week, something can change next week.
That's so true.
You see it happen all the time.
You have to make it another day. I mean, we saw what happened in Taylor's season when she won.
Oh, yeah. She was on the block every day.
Every day. She just had to make it. Like, you just have to think. You do have to think long-term game, but you have to think that one, you have to make it to the next one. If you're not here tomorrow, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So, yeah, I would give it up too. It would be hard because it's like, oh, that's a guaranteed 10K. But I would give it up as well.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like, yeah, just let it go. We're on Big Brother. Okay. So now do you want to talk about alliances?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So we see some alliances start to form. First one up is the triple threat.
I do like the triple threat. I think Jimmy, which I'm surprised. I'm surprised. This is why I say I was wrong, because I was thinking that Jimmy was gonna align with Amy. What's her name? Mickey was gonna align with Ashley. We'll talk about Ashley, but she was gonna align with Ashley, and I just didn't see it this episode. But I do like them. Jimmy does trust Morgan.
So it's Jimmy, Morgan, and Mickey.
Yeah, Jimmy, Morgan, and Mickey. Jimmy does trust Morgan, and I feel like they are a good duo. And then she also trusts Mickey, and then together they just look good together. So I think that triple threat can make it far.
I think they can make it far. But I was just thinking when they were all talking and forming the triple threat, Rachel's name came up again. It was on their mind, so they were talking about it. And Morgan, like Jimmy was asking, do you think she should stay? Do you think she should go? And Morgan was like, originally I wanted her to go hands down, absolutely. But then she started thinking about it and she was like, but she could really be an asset and be able to teach us something. But how long do you keep her in the game?
That's a good question.
That's
she
her
will
question.
Be an asset. But forget that. I'm trying to win $750,000.
Forget that. You don't keep her in the game.
Listen, I'm gonna Uncle Phil her. She gonna get Uncle Phil. She gonna grab her, throw her right at that door to meet Julie. Cause
you do absolutely
$750,000.
Kick her out. It's $750,000. If she stays, she's going to make it into the game.
The longer she stays, that's more time for her to integrate herself within everybody. Everybody's already super fans. So Jimmy's probably the only one that really clocked it. He's trying to fill everybody out, trying to, put the eyes on her. But nobody's buying it because they're so starstruck.
They're so starstruck. And you already see what's happening. Multiple people are now starstruck of her. So she is starting to create this protection layer around her where people are going to start working with her instead of getting her out.
That's how she created the Mom Squad.
And that's how she created the Mom Squad. So who composes of the Mom Squad?
Rachel and Amy, which I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised, but I think it's only them two.
It's only them two. And now that's another fan of Rachel's. So the Mom Squad, because they're both moms, they both have kids. So they want to team up together. And they even said in the episode that they wanted to get like younger people, like put them in the hotspot or something like that. They're going to start targeting younger people. So to your point earlier, she's creating kind of a team of people who are like a little older. And then also who are team Rachel. Yeah.
What was, I think there was like one more.
There was one more. Okay. So the formation of this takes place in the HOH's room. The HOH is Vinny. He gets his room. It's very nicely decorated. And the visitor that comes to see him basically wants to propose this alliance. Well, and that is, sorry.
Well, I think and within that conversation, they felt like they can work with each other.
Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly.
Yeah, that's Kelly.
Which I'm not surprised, because I felt like Kelly, Vince, and Ava were gonna up.
Yeah.
So I'm not really surprised that they decided to make a final two. I'm just surprised by what she said to him within that.
Bro. Oh my God. Okay. So first of all, why would you ever do that? Okay, let's tell the people. I'm sure y'all remember. But
you never nominate yourself.
Yes. Essentially, Kelly's like, well, Vinny, you can nominate me. I'll volunteer to go on the block. And he's like, what?
Hey,
and
look,
I was also like, why would you do that?
pawns go home. So you nominate
Pawns
yourself.
go home.
It's not gonna go the way you might not think, because they're gonna be like, oh well, she's an easy target. Let's get her out.
Which is why Vinny was both surprised, and yet it's an easy nomination for him because he won't make her mad.
Yeah.
But why would you ever volunteer yourself? Never volunteer yourself to go on the block.
But then also, once you become a pawn, stay a pawn.
You stay
One
a
thing you
pawn.
don't want to do is be a pawn week after week after week,
Yeah.
because that's all you're going to be.
And that it's really hard to play from that defensive spot.
Yeah.
Because everybody's going to view you as a pawn. They're not going to view you as a power player that they can strategically make moves with in the game.
Yeah.
And you're just going to feel kind of defeated. We've seen that happen where pawns just keep getting tossed on the block, tossed on the block, tossed on the block. And it's just never ending. And you feel like you can't really get a foot in the
Now,
game.
the only person I would say who was a pawn almost every week was Taylor, and
She actually
but
won.
that was that. I don't think
That's a unique situation.
Yeah.
She actually won.
So,
Yeah.
So with her volunteering to be a pawn, they just kind of made her, oh yeah, you can be a pawn. You expendable basically.
Yeah. She's expendable. So I hope she doesn't do that. But did Vinny caution her like to not do that?
No,
Or like it worried him?
I don't think. Well, I don't think that really worried him. She just was smiling and thinking like everything was all right. So
Okay.
I don't think he really said, "Hey, that could have been an option. That would have been an easy option for him because he wouldn't have to nominate 2, 3 people. He already knew that. Oh, she might not go home, but then she could have went home.
Yeah. Oh, never do that. All right. So let's talk about something that was a huge scandal as part of this episode. And the scandal was hashtag Showergate.
Showergate.
Oh my God.
A big thing. I will say this. I think before then, I was thinking like, where's Catherine? And I didn't. I just like realized like where she's at, because I don't even think she got like a lot of screen time. But besides with the Showergate, but I was just like, is that her name is Catherine, right?
See, you still don't know who she is. Yes, her name's Catherine.
No, I know who she is now. I was just trying to say, oh yeah, where's she at? I ain't seen her, so I was just trying to make sure I knew who she was. But
yeah, no, that's her. Because so essentially in Showergate, Ashley, that right after Vinny sees his HOH room, everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, which it is. Ashley, apparently Vinny offered Ashley if she wanted to take a shower.
No, Vinny offered, like once everybody saw his HOH room, Vinny offered everybody, hey, you can use the shower anytime you want, use the bathroom and the shower anytime you want to.
But that's just something you say to be nice. You know what I mean?
It is something you say to be nice. The downstairs is only one bathroom, so I can only imagine 16, 17 people trying to use one restroom.
Right.
So I guess you have to use the HOH room. But the thing is, it's the first night, everybody's tired, and you said, hey, I'm only going to be 10 minutes.
7 hours later.
Yes. Like, Ashley was my pick to win.
I remember.
And then I'm looking at, I'm just like,
why?
Like,
why?
I'm trying to take a shower too. Like, I'm going to be a gentleman, let you take a shower. But you said 10 minutes, 10, 20, 30 minutes at that. But if you in the bathroom 2 hours and I'm trying to get to sleep.
And then she was like, she was like, oh no, he was just vibing. He was just listening to the music. And I was like, no, because you were showering the whole time.
And his head was thinking like, damn, did she really take 2 hours?
She really did. Everybody and all the house guests are now clocking you. They're like, where's Ashley? I haven't seen Ashley in so long. I haven't seen Ashley.
This is the first week. You don't want to do something that's going to put a target in your back.
Because that's all anyone has to go off of.
Yes.
When nominations coming around.
But I will say this. That could be it's a bad thing, but it could be a good thing, because now that everybody's clocking you, you could be, somebody's target every week. So you better stay in the game and hopefully wiggle your way through to get out of that position.
Yeah.
But it's bad because now everybody wants you out. And the thing is, it didn't even happen to them. So I don't understand why they are tripping about it.
Well, they're tripping about it because, one, it didn't happen to them. But they need a scapegoat. They don't want their name to be called. So if somebody else's name, hey, is out there, you're going to push
Vinny's
that.
not the one that was talking about it. It was everybody else in the house saying, "Oh, this, you're inconsiderate. You didn't think." But I'm like, well, did Vinny say that?
No, because Vinny's safe. So it's like he's just trying to figure out who to put up. So everybody is offering somebody's name on a silver platter
And
that has
Ashley.
some explanation, even though that's not tied really to the game. It was just it was a little inconsiderate because now Vinny has to stay up.
It was inconsiderate, and if it was me, I would be questioning like, dang, 2 hours, like take a shower too. But I would shower just. But the thing is, nobody was taking the shower downstairs, so she could have easily took the one downstairs.
She could have. So I'm not exactly sure why she didn't, but that's neither here nor there. She did it. And then when she comes back down, she was like, I had the best shower. And everybody was like, yes, we heard.
And
we know.
She even said she said something about her being like
a diva.
But I will say this. I like Ashley.
I do like
regardless
her.
of anything like that, but it kind of gave me Ashley Banks vibe.
It gave me Ashley Banks. Yes, it did. Because she is a bit of a diva. But you know what happened at that moment? So yes, tying into Ashley Banks, I don't know, she also says these little things, but she admits that she's a self-proclaimed diva. Yeah. And when she was talking, when Catherine pulled her over, they were talking. She admitted it to Catherine, and Catherine was like, I don't care if you take a shower, which I'm like, Catherine, one, I'm clocking you because who are you? First of all, I didn't even know you were really here. And now the first time I'm really seeing you show up on the show, you're trying to like really go in on this person, being like, I'm scared. You're trying to instill fear in me. You know, she said that.
I just think that Ashley was just trying to dead it. She didn't want to make a big thing. But the thing is, once something like that happens, it becomes a big thing. It
becomes a big thing.
And that was her downfall. That's Ashley's downfall in this week.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. That was her downfall. Because by going to Catherine, you're not deading it. The only way to dead it is not talk about it. Like, do not bring it up.
Nobody's just going to stop talking about it because they're trying to get in a target.
On her back.
Everybody who's not safe is trying to get through another week.
I think and I understand, like, I think she went to Catherine because she started having anxiety about it and she started getting paranoid, which I understand. You don't want to get voted out. You don't want to get put up, like all of those things. But I think to your point where Ashley kind of made a wrong turn or a wrong move, she should have kind of kept her cool. But instead of keeping her cool, she was pulling people aside. She went into Vinny's room multiple times.
I think what she was doing, which I guess I want to say she was paranoid. I don't want to say that, but everybody's trying to have their one-on-ones. And the thing is, she would go in there, well, I'm sleepy. I need to have a one-on-one. I'm just like...
Which is also piggybacking on the fact that she's a little bit of an Ashley Banks diva. But then also, she was like just interrupting other people's times. And I'm like, so now that's also showing your paranoia. And on top of that you're kind of, again, being inconsiderate.
Yeah. But I will say this, that also with one of her friends sticking up for her, kind of put her in a hot spot.
So Amy was had her one-on-one with Vinny, and she actually started crying because she just felt so, and there's nothing wrong with tears. Show your emotions, people. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, she started crying.
I don't think it worked out the way she thought it was.
It definitely did not work out the way because it got her on the block. Vinny was like, okay, well, it looks like you two are very close. So if I put you two up together, then I won't have to have additional blood on my hands. And that'll be that. So it got him to thinking. And so that he would put them both up. And he was like, that could be my potential solution. Have the least blood on my hands.
It got her put on a block, which is crazy because the only person I really saw her making alliance with was Rachel. Because I really thought that Jimmy and her were going to become like a duo. But I was wrong about that. But it did get on the block. And who was on the block?
Okay, so first, Zay. And Vinny had talked to Zay, asking him, would you mind going the block? And he was like, I absolutely do not want to go on the block, which should be the appropriate response. And I'm talking to you, Kelly, just for learning's sake. Like, I don't know what she was doing. But yes, he said he didn't want to go. But in Vinny's mind, it made sense for him to go because people were still suspect of him because of the whole Accomplice thing, because he was the second choice. Not that, as we know, as viewers, we know he's not the accomplice, but the eye is on him. But who put that in his head?
Who?
Jimmy. Jimmy put that in his head
or Zay?
About Zay. Jimmy was talking to Vinny earlier, and he was like, he didn't say it in those words, but he brought up Zay and the fact that, people were kind of gunning for him as the accomplice and still have that on his mind. So Vinny kind of took that from Jimmy. So that's number one nomination. Number two is Amy. And as a pawn. So Vinny's like, he's a pawn. She's a pawn. He doesn't think she's going to go home. But again, because of the whole Ashley and Amy closeness, he thought that was a good idea. And then the last person is Ashley, even though he did make a promise to her in the head of household competition that he wouldn't put any of the three other players who played in that competition up for eviction.
Yeah, you're right. Which is, well, I guess Big Brother, your word is not really anything because everybody alive. But he did say that he probably should have kept it, but it was just an easy target because everybody was going after it. But I will say this. I did say that Ashley gave it the whole information and she threw her boy Zach under the bus.
She threw him under the... that was another moment where I was like, why would you do that? Stop talking. Yeah, you did think she would hold water and she ain't got no more water. She's thirsty because she told Vinny when she went in there, she was like, oh, I need to come. Zach, he told me to come talk to you to like smooth things over. You're not supposed to say it like that. Don't put Zach's name into this.
She threw him under the bus, and which almost could have got him put up, but
it could have.
I guess when he talked to Amy, well, we don't even know when these conversations kind of
happened in order.
In which order, but yeah, it's still early on, so I think a few more episodes we'll know what's really going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
One final thing before we wrap up. I agree with you. It was a good episode. Before we wrap, one question, and this relates to Jimmy, because I feel like Jimmy's actually starting to play hard and strategically right out of the gate. He put that in Vinny's head. He kind of started and initiated the Triple Threat Alliance, and he's trying to gather troops to get out Rachel. So question about him. I do see what you're doing, Jimmy, and I appreciate it. But question for you. How early is it to play hard? Or do you think is it too soon for him to play hard? Or do you have to play hard in the beginning in order to set yourself up for a long-term win?
Well, it's kind of hard to answer this because it's never like a good answer or a bad answer. But I think he's playing just right because he created that alliance. And from what we see, we'll know from live feed since it started today. But he created that alliance. It was just them. And he knew he can trust Vinny because he had a conversation in the last episode for HOH. So he knows the people he can tell information to. And I was kind of skeptical when Ava walked in. I was like, she might take the information and start telling it. But I think Jimmy's playing a good social game right now. So I think if you don't play too hard, like, oh man, I forgot his name in the cookout. It was a cookout season. He was the very first HOH.
Can't remember.
Yeah. But if you don't play...
You mean Xavier?
No, not Xavier. I forgot his name. But I think he's playing just right. Now, he's not going too overboard, but he's not, not doing anything.
Yeah. I feel like he's playing a good game. And I do like that when Ava did walk over to the Triple Threat Alliance conversation, not that she knew that was an alliance at the time, but when she did walk over, I felt like he was earnestly just trying to ask her, what do you think about Rachel and her thoughts to gauge her?
Can, because she is somebody that played the game before. She is somebody that won the game before. So you want to naturally see and gauge, like, you want to get her out sooner rather than later.
Yeah. I think Jimmy is doing a good job. I think he's positioning himself
for the long haul.
To be like really cozy spots in this game.
Yeah. But I will say this. I don't know if anybody clocked this last episode.
What?
But boy Riley. Ava came in and Morgan came in. He gave the professional handshake. But as soon as he saw Captain Will, he gave that Obama bro hug. I don't know if you've seen. I don't know if you've seen the skit with Key and Peele about who Obama gives the handshake. Yeah. That's what when I first saw it, I said that's what that skit looked like.
Yeah, he was giving you Obama vibes. Yeah, for sure.
Well, he did. Vibes. He was just giving me like, oh, you a brother. Let me give you that bro. Let me give you that bro hug.
Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, that was cute. I feel like he's done some other things that is like he's really connected with people too. This season.
I mean, I think people, besides them trying to get him out, thinking he's the accomplice, I think we really didn't see much of him. Like Adrian, I don't think I saw much of him right early on.
The only thing I saw with Adrian is when he was talking about Morgan, when they were announcing that they were single, because Morgan said she is in her 30s, early 30s, and he was like, she looks good for being in her early 30s. I was like, don't say that, bro. Yeah.
It was a good episode.
It was a good episode. There's a lot that happened in this episode.
Yeah, so we want to end it right here?
Yeah, let's end it right here.
All right, so we want to thank everybody. If you made it this far, very much appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you are new to the channel or you are just coming to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, hit that like button and go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts about his nominations. If he made the right decision, was it good for his game? And we'll see you on the next video.
In the next video.